dramatic collision caught on dash cam between a bicycle rider and a police motorcycle. We'll take a closer look at what went wrong.
A proposal to raise San Diego water rates by more than 60% when it could take effect.
San Diego Pride kicking off with the Spirit of Stonewall rally. We're live at the celebration.
After nearly 6 decades of service, one of San Diego County's first EMTs retires.
Starting today, the Consulate of Mexico is offering a range of services to the LGBTQ community, all free of charge and easy to access.
Rachel Martin needed help at her horse therapy ranch, and you won't believe how many volunteers rode to her rescue.
CBS 8 News Live at 6 starts now.
Breaking news tonight, the sheriff's office has just confirmed 5 people were killed in a crash that started a fire this afternoon in Poway. Thanks for joining us. I'm Carla Chiquetto.
I'm Marcella Lee. This happened just after 12:30 today near the intersection of the 67 and Iron Mountain Drive. Deputies say 3 vehicles collided, sending one of them into a ravine, sparking that fire. After the fire was put out, deputies found the bodies of the victims. Their names are being withheld pending notification of their family members.
Also tonight, dramatic dash cam video of a bicycle colliding with a police motorcycle in Carlsbad.
CBS 8's David Gottfredson spoke with a bicycle safety expert who said the video should be seen as a learning opportunity for both drivers and riders.
The bicycle rider is inside a bike lane on La Costa Avenue Thursday afternoon when he collides with a police motorcycle parked behind a car being towed. The rider told Carlsbad police he was distracted and looking down right before the collision.
Obviously, it's important to look where you're going. I think it'd be silly to say anything else.
Kevin Barras is the education manager with the San Diego County Bike Coalition.
There's blame to be placed, frankly, a little bit on both sides, I would argue.
While it's fairly obvious the bicycle rider was not paying attention, and both the tow truck and the police motorcycle have lights flashing, Barras points out if the disabled car was being towed from a vehicle traffic lane, there would have been cones or flares placed in the road to warn other drivers.
Usually there's cones, usually there's flares. I imagine that's a policy of some kind that they would put those out normally. But I suspect that because they were in the bike lane, the thought process was, well, no one's going to come by any here, so what's the big deal?
And if this had been a protected bike lane, the disabled vehicle would not have been able to park there.
There are absolutely, emergency situations that happen. But yeah, physical barriers can prevent cars from driving into these places where they're not supposed to be in the first place.
The good news is the bike rider only suffered moderate injuries and the police motorcycle moderate damage. Barras says the video is a good reminder to share the road.
Everyone should be more aware, and we should do our best to help each other be more aware as well.
And another reminder for drivers, it's illegal and dangerous to park your vehicle blocking a bike lane. In Carlsbad, David Gottfredson, CBS 8.
Thanks, David. 3 Los Angeles County Sheriff's deputies were killed in an explosion this morning at a training facility in East Los Angeles. The blast blew out windows 30 to 40 yards away. It took hours for the facility to be rendered safe for investigators. LA County Sheriff Robert Luna says the explosion represents the largest loss of life for the department in one incident since 1857. He described the fallen deputies as elite.
Between all 3 sworn members, they had served our community proudly for 74 years, and that's amongst all 3 of them collectively. 19 years, 22 years, and 33 years. And at this point, we are not giving out their names.
The Department of Justice is joining the investigation into the blast. What exploded is still unclear, but tonight, CBS News law enforcement sources are reporting it was a hand grenade recovered from a parking garage yesterday in Santa Monica that the deputies were working to render safe.
Sanitation workers in San Diego are back on the job following a sympathy strike that paused trash pickup in Claremont. The work stoppage initially began in Chula Vista, but it moved from there to Claremont on Wednesday after Republic Services and the union representing workers out in Boston could not come to an agreement on a health insurance issue. A representative from the Teamsters Union told CBS 8 that Boston trash workers are still on strike, but the picket line extension has moved to another location outside of San Diego. Just weeks after the city of San Diego approved a trash fee, we're learning San Diego water customers could see their bills go up too by more than 60%. During a presentation before the city's Environment Committee, the Public Utilities Department suggested a series of incremental hikes starting next year and ending in 2029.
CBS 8's Shannon Handy has a look at the numbers.
Needless to say, reaction from the public regarding these proposed hikes has not been great, but Public Utilities argues, just like we've seen everywhere else, these increases are necessary because the cost of business is going up.
Oh, it's bad. That's not what it should happen, you know?
Like everyone living in San Diego, Omar and Brescia have seen their utility bills steadily rise, so the idea of paying 62% more for water over 4 years doesn't sit well.
It's already so expensive here, so adding on to that, I don't think that's really good.
Public Utilities proposed the hikes in a presentation given during the city's Environment Committee meeting Thursday.
These increases are designed to ensure our systems remain safe, reliable, and financially stable.
The proposal calls for water rates to rise by 14.7% in January 2026, 14.5% in January 2027, 11.5% in January 2028, and 11% in January 2029. Compounded, the hikes add up to just over 62%. They're also requesting sewer rates go up during the same time period by 31%, raising the monthly water and sewer bill for a typical single-family home to about $180. The proposed rate hikes would add to recent ones already approved for city water and sewer customers. PUD says increases are needed to offset the rising costs for workers, imported water, chemicals, energy, and construction projects, adding the increases would be more if not for some cost-cutting measures.
To put this in context, without these measures, we would have had needed between 30 to 35% more in rate increases during this period.
The committee voted unanimously to advance a proposal to the full city council, but before doing so, council member Sean Elo Rivera warned he's not entirely on board.
This isn't a commitment to vote yes when this gets to full council, because I need to be fully convinced that ratepayers are being presented with the lowest possible rate. And I'm not fully convinced of that just yet.
The proposal will now go before the full city council on Monday afternoon, followed by a public hearing September 30th, at which point the council will decide to approve or strike down the increases.
My entire paycheck goes to living expensive, and I don't want the water to go up too. It's essential to life.
Monday's council meeting is at 2 o'clock, which the public is welcome to attend and even speak at. But again, we won't know until that September hearing whether the council will approve these rate hikes or deny them. Reporting from outside Public Utilities, I'm Shannon Handy for CBS 8.
Right now, San Diego Pride is kicking off as the Spirit of Stonewall rally gets underway.
Tens of thousands are expected to stream into Hillcrest for the weekend Pride Parade and Festival. CBS 8's Richard Allen joins us live from where tonight's festivities are just getting started. Richard.
And Carlo and Marcella, a lot of folks here are already getting the party started in anticipation of tomorrow's Pride Parade and the festival. As I step out of the way, you can see the Spirit of Stonewall rally getting underway all around me. This landmark event, the 50th here in San Diego, is named for the gay liberation Stonewall riots in New York back in 1969, a celebration of the progress made by the LGBTQ+ community over the past decades. Now, this year's theme for Pride, Unbreakable Pride, Unshakable Power, is on full display here at this rally, honoring local heroes in the fight for equality. Now, that includes champion of Pride Courtney Johnson from Logan Heights, as well as this year's Community Grand Marshal, which are LGBTQIA+ migrants and their defenders. Now, I've covered this rally for many years now. Of course, one of the highlights of this special event is that the younger generations attending get an opportunity to learn from the original trailblazers of the LGBTQ+ community. Now, we spoke earlier with the interim director of Pride, on the significance of this year's event. This is what she had to say.
With everything that's happening at the federal level, we really want to make sure that everyone understands how important it is to come out and experience joy. You know, Pride did start as an uprising, but it was an uprising against folks who were trying to limit our joy and our expression. So it's really important everyone comes out this year, especially when there's an intentional effort to silence and erase our community.
And back out here live with the Spirit of Stonewall rally. One thing missing from tonight's celebration is the Hillcrest block party that usually takes place. Now that's on hiatus because of construction on Normal Street, but fear not, the party will still go on. There's a special Pride cocktail garden right here on University Avenue with special food vendors, a bar, and a special rally. So Carlo and Marcella, the party is just getting started. I know you guys will be out here tomorrow for the parade itself. Back to you guys.
Beautiful Friday evening out there. Thanks so much, Richard. And with thousands of people expected at the parade tomorrow, San Diego police say if you are going, make sure you're aware of your surroundings to stay safe.
They say theft is one of the biggest problems at large gatherings like this one. So you are urged to keep your valuables on your person and never leave your bags unattended. Police are also warning about drink spiking and say you should not accept a drink from someone you don't know. San Diego police will be boosting patrols tomorrow with officers both in uniform and undercover.
And if you can't make it out tomorrow, we're going to be airing the San Diego Pride Parade live on our sister station, the CW San Diego, sponsored by Kaiser Permanente. Our coverage starts at 10 a.m. We'll also be streaming live the parade on CBS 8 Plus and on our digital platforms, so make sure to join us.
The Department of Education, in the meantime, is unlocking millions of dollars in grant money to fund after-school programs, but billions more are still under review. Details on that still ahead.
Also coming up tonight, how you can help the San Diego Humane Society find homes for dozens of tiny critters in their overcapacity shelters.
And the kickoff of a San Diego summer tradition, opening day at the Del Mar racetrack.
Yeah, and it should be an absolutely beautiful summer night. We are expecting that sticky air to move on out of here, and clouds are going to move in. Once they do finally burn off tomorrow, we'll have sunshine with still below average temperatures.